Howdy, it's Jim Arado, and this video, actually I was recording this back quite a while ago. It was February 2021, late February, and this is Miamisburg, Ohio. We actually just passed the Miamisburg Mound, and this is just a cool little town. My buddy and his family took us here. He kind of grew up in this area, and he knew just kind of how weird, and I mean that in a complimentary kind of way, but he knew how just historically significant and how strange and unique this area was, and he knew we would appreciate checking it out. So we went to the Mound, we went to Miamisburg, which is a cool little town in its own right. And my buddy, he actually grew up in this area. He's familiar with this area, and he remembers, going back when he was a kid, probably in the 80s. The people that worked around here really didn't talk about what they did. So it's just a neat and interesting area. And just a little bit from Wikipedia about Miamisburg in this area. Miamisburg was the site of one of the first post-war U.S. Atomic Energy Commission facilities, beginning in 1947. The Dayton area had supported numerous secret operations for the War Department during World War II. As the war ended, the majority of these operations were moved to the Miamisburg Mound Laboratory, which was operated by the Monsanto Chemical Company. The Mound Labs were to monitor all aspects of the U.S. nuclear defense stockpile. The Mound plant, built in 1947, was situated on 306-acre site in the city 10 miles south of Dayton. The workers, who numbered more than 2,000 at the height of the production, made plutonium detonators for nuclear weapons. Their work was very classified. The plant had a small army of security guards and was ringed by chain link fencing and razor wire. When the Cold War ended, the plant discontinued the detonator work, but it continued to make nuclear power generators for space probes. In May 1993, U.S. Department of Energy decided to end all production at the Mound. The move affected 2,100 employees in the local area. By 96, cleanup of the radioactive and hazardous waste was the main activity at the plant. The Mound Development Corporation spearheaded the creation of the Mound Advanced Technology Center and the redevelopment of the plant, with the Montgomery County Regional Dispatch Center joining 14 other tenants in March 2009. In December 2010, the Dayton Police Department became the 17th law enforcement agency, along with 11 fire departments to be dispatched from the regional center. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what went on here. Of course, as you come up and look at the old facilities area, I mean, they could film some apocalyptic movie type movies here. This is it kind of has a lonely feel to it, and of course now this area, I think they're trying to redevelop it for business purposes, and there's actually a website I found talking a little bit about that, the Mound Business Park. And on their website, for businesses poised to grow, the Mound Business Park has a solution. Up to 199 acres of shovel-ready land available, packaged in parcels from 1 to 15 acres. The Mound Business Park is already zoned office, industrial, and offers quick, convenient access to I-75 through the Austin Road and SR 725 interchanges. So they're trying to make this area nice and modern again, I guess you would say. But going back for several decades after World War II, this was a very secretive area that had a lot going on. That, along with the Mound, and then if you look on Wikipedia, or if you know about this area, there were a couple of kind of train derailment fires that occurred in this area that were very strange. You've had some just I guess you would say unusual moments in history in this area. So it's just interesting. And this little mound park, at least when we were here, back in February 2021, it was just very open. I guess they're okay with people coming and looking around. I'm sure, especially if you're a prospective business owner that might want to open something here. I know my friend that I mentioned that grew up in this area. He remembered as a child, you would go places and maybe his parents' friends, they might work here, and you just didn't ask them about what they did. It was just kind of understood, if they were associated with with this part of the city, you just didn't talk about their employment or really ask them, about what kind of job they had. Anyway, I just thought this was really interesting. There's also a museum nearby, talking about what went on here during that period. It's a free museum. It's a great museum. A lot of the chemical scientific stuff is well over my head, but it was a neat little museum, and there was a fella who had worked at the plant telling us a little bit about just about what they did and all. And I'll also put up another video of just us going through the town of Miamisburg, which is just a cool little city with some great antique shops. We found a great coffee shop. We found there's a little candy store there that my buddy's kids love, and it's just a neat little town in its own right. And they have it's a hamburger cart where you can get hamburgers, and that cart's been there, and they've been making hamburgers the same way for over 100 years. So this is just a really cool little town worthy of hanging out for a good day or so, and we were just really impressed. And of course, when you've got the kind of ancient mound thing going on, you've got Cold War secrets, you've got some weird nuclear stuff going on. Some of this town has a little bit of an X-Files feel to it, which I totally dig. But it's just a neat town, with a lot going for it. I love antique shops, coffee shops, museums, and strange history. So we were just really impressed with Miamisburg and its history. If you know of any cool books on Miamisburg, let me know. Especially if it's something that you know, somebody with a lack of intelligence could understand. Let me know. If there's an easy to read history of this town, and especially its nuclear and Cold War history, I'd sure love to hear about it. Do you live in this area? Do you remember when they were doing their secretive production stuff going on there? Let me know. I'd sure love to hear from you. It sounds fascinating.
And those little square buildings on top are obviously go down.
It's just odd that they just like stopped running it after they had like such